We Three Kings. Okay, in this video you're going to learn how to play this, and I'm also going to teach you something else very interesting about how to find the right chord for each part of the song. Stay tuned. First, let's listen to this. We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts, we travel so far, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Okay, that was the worst part of it, and then oh star of wonder, that we'll take a look at it later. But for now, even just in this particular section of the song, there were so many chords played. First, did you guess the interval? Was it a major interval or a minor interval that we started on? Did you get it? No? You're not sure what an interval is? Okay, for that, you go and watch the other videos that I have on this channel. But for now, the answer is that it is a minor interval. We Three Kings of Orient are starts on the scale of E minor. E minor. Okay, so let me go to the whiteboard this time, and I'm going to show you something very interesting. Here on the whiteboard, you can see we have the words of the song, We Three Kings of Orient are, the first verse altogether. And then on top, in red, we have the notes of the song, the melody. Okay, that's the melody. So for those of you who do not sight read, this is interesting for you. So what we're going to play is, that's the B. Three kings of Orient are bearing gifts, we travel so far, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Okay, that is looking at those notes which I have written there. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, take it, because now comes the interesting part. We have the melody all written out, but how do we find what chords to play at each part of the song? Now here's a trick, a very simple one, but I think it's going to save you a lot of hours of trial and error. So here it is, the simple. On the right hand side of the screen, okay, let me go to the whiteboard. On the right hand side of the screen, that is right here, let me change the color. Okay, all these here, you have the chords and the notes within each chord. These are the chords, these are the notes that you play to make the chord. All right, now what you need to do is take a look at the note here and find out which chords that particular note appears in. So the note B appears in E minor, it appears in B, and it appears in G. So the options for you here are three. You can either play the E minor, okay, you can play the G, or you could play the B. There are three chords that have B in them, and these are the three chords you may possibly play. Let's try. Let's write it down for the next word also, and then we'll try it out. A. Where is A? So A is there in D, and then it's there in A minor. So you can either play the D or the A minor. Okay, so you have two different chords. Now note that you don't have to keep changing the chords for each and every note in the melody, and that's something you will figure out as we go along. But for now, let's try these first two words, we three. Let's start with the B. Okay. Okay, the E minor chord. We three kings. That's what we're singing. We three kings. That's the B. We three kings. We. Now let's see if the chord of B sounds good with this. We three kings. We. It sounds good. What if I play the next? We three. We three. Okay, we three. That's a lot of chord changes, but it doesn't sound bad. Let's try the other one. G. We G and A minor. Okay, let's try that. We three. We three. Uh, we're getting some interesting chord combinations and harmonizations. Let's try with the G. So G is there in E minor, C, and G. So we have three: E minor, C, and G. So which one of those we'll select there? Let's write it for the rest of them. For E, again we have the E minor, then we have the C, and the and the A minor. F sharp is there in D, then it's there in B, and I think that's it. G, we have it in E minor again, C and G, F sharp again, D and B, and once again we have the E minor, C, and A minor. So we got all the chords listed out. These are the options we have. Now what you have to do is choose the chords that sound the best for that particular line. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So for the first word, we tried B and we tried G, and it both sounded good. But let's try E minor as well. So let's try the B. We we we. This sounds a lot better because the next chord or the entire song somehow seems to revolve around this. We we. Okay, or should I play? We three kings. Okay, somehow we three kings. When you play all three together, it has to sound like a minor because it's a minor interval. So let's start with the E minor there. We three kings. Okay, for the three, we three, we three. How does it sound? We three kings, we three kings. Doesn't sound good. I tried the A minor. Let's try with the D. E minor and then D. We three kings. Okay, the kings, I'm going back to E minor. I'm not going to G or C. But let's try it out how it sounds. We three kings of. Nice. So when you know which notes are found in which chords, the harmonization that you can actually create with the same old melody is so different. Okay, even just now, if you chose, let's choose E minor. Okay, we three kings. C. We three kings. We three kings. Okay. Of, that's A minor. Of, I'll choose the B. Orient are. But notice that when I play these different chords, the tune doesn't seem to go along with how the hymn actually sounds. Right? It's different. Now you can do this if you want to actually try and play or create your own version of a song, just changing the harmonization of the chords. But now let's get back to the original and try to figure out which of these forms the original chords for the tune. Okay, so let's start with the E minor. We three kings, E minor, D, E minor. Kings of Orient. I don't need to do a chord change every time, especially when we have the Orient here. Orientar. I don't need to do three chord changes there. I can just stay with one chord because somehow the sound will uh, blend in, harmonize with the chords. So here's the final list of chords that I'm gonna have. We. Let me check. Yellow. We. Let's. We three kings. Okay, I stay on the same of or orient. Okay, since we're going back to D for the last syllable of the word, we stay on D, orient, R. Those are the chords for our song. Okay, now let's, for that first line, let's play this. We three kings of Orient are. Okay, was that easy? We three kings of Orient are. Okay, now let me go to the piano and let's show that to you on the piano. Okay, so we did this. Three, start. We three kings of Orient are. In case we traverse afar. First two lines are the same. All you have to do is follow that. All right. So the third line, and let's go back to the whiteboard. The third line is different. Now we started on a minor interval, and now we somehow the entire tune changes and seems like it's becoming happier. Okay, so it feels like you're getting into a major interval. So there we have G. Well, let's write. We already have the notes for the chords, right? Let's take G. What do we have in G? No, where's G found? It's in E minor. Then you have it in C and in G. Okay, that's the same. And where's A found? You have it in D and you have it in A minor. Okay, and B is there in E minor, B and G, right? B, and then you D is there in D, it's in G. C is there in C, A minor, and then finally we have B in E minor, B and G. Okay, so we have all the chords here. Now let's see. Field and found. Okay. Field and fountain, moor and mountain. What are the chords there? Field, field and fountain. Okay, so that's G there. So if I play my field and fountain, moor and no, doesn't sound good. I tried with the E minor, A minor. So let's try with the C. Field and okay, field and since both are the G, we're gonna use the same chord to hold it or just give the rhythm for both syllables. Field and forest. Oh, sorry. Field and fountain. Moor. Okay, somehow this sounds good. Moor and mountain. No, I'm getting different harmonies. So let me show you what chords actually fit in. Like, we didn't try with the G, right? So let's field, and since it's G, let's go field and forest, A minor. Okay, field and D, forest, field and fountain, not forest. Field and fountain, fountain. I'm still singing forest. Field and fountain. Okay, that sounds good. Then the moor and mountain also seems to be the field and fountain, moor and mountain. Field and fountain, moor and mountain. I'm just going to stay on G. Or I can do moor and mountain. No. Moor and mountain. Moor and mountain. I have to come back to the G because that last syllable ends with a G. So instead of changing chords there and getting confused or fumbling with the chords, I'm going to stay on G, feel and go to D, come back to G and stay on G all through. Okay, so here's what our chords would look like. Let me write them down for you. Highlight, that's a G and we hold. Then we go to the D and we hold it. Then come back to G and hold all the way to the end, all the way to the end. Okay, so that's for that line. Let's see how it sounds. Field and fountain, moor and mountain. Now here, let's go to the next one. Following yonder star. It sounds like from a major interval, it's coming back to the mind. Following yonder star. Coming down. Okay, so let's see. Where's A? A is in D. A is in A minor. And for B, we have E minor. We have G, right? B and G. Okay, A again. And then for G, we have it in E minor. We have it in G and C. F sharp is there in just two of them, D and B. And E is again in E minor. It's in C and A minor. Okay, so which of these chords are we going to choose? Which of these chords are we going to choose? Following yonder star. That's the tune there. Let's try with D. Follow, follow, following. Should I do following, following? For, for, following, following. Since this is a very quick change, I think I'm gonna stick to one chord for the entire word. Following, following, following. I'll stick with the A minor. It sounds good there. Yonder. Okay, then. Yonder. That's the E minor. I'm choosing the E minor and D. Yonder. E minor and D. Yonder. Then go back to E minor star. But I have an alternative. Try this. Okay. Following yonder. Okay, yonder. I'm gonna stay with the B. Though the yonder doesn't have a B note there, it still harmonizes. Okay. Following yonder, yonder star. Following yonder star. Okay, so did you get that? So let's play the entire thing together. Do you want to see the piano? Let's go to the piano. Okay, we are at the piano now, and let's do the song, the stanza part of We Three Kings. We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Okay, did you get all the chords? It's that. Okay, it is that simple. All you need to do is follow this method. It's going to take you some time, but if you follow this method, write all the notes and all the chords where that note for appears in, and then choose a chord. You can harmonize. You can also find the right chord for your song, and also there's nothing like a wrong chord there. But if you play a different chord, it might give you a different harmony, and people might wonder, hey, that's different. That sounds good, some may say, and some may say that didn't sound good. Don't worry, you'll get it in time. All right, so this is the lesson I wanted to help you out with: how to find the right chord for the song anywhere in the song. All right, from now on, I hope that you will not play the wrong chord anytime for the song, because you will know exactly which chord to play for that particular note. This has been Michael Pitta, and I thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in another one. And don't forget, below in the description or in the comments, there's a link to join my free community. Join. There's a course also there. You can take it up and see how it can help you develop your ear playing skills. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.